Hey guys, just wanted to share a quick experience I had today with my agoraphobia. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and my mom usually takes me to the doctor's appointments because I'm too big of a sissy to drive myself. Shouldn't really say that because I'm sure a lot of people need that kind of help, but it's very hard to get there, especially knowing that if I don't go there, I won't get my medication. So it's kind of like the added pressure. Anyway, I went yesterday. I took an extra Klonopin, and it didn't seem to work until I'd already been there about a half hour, and I was unable to sit in the chair, and it was kind of a rough time. But it kicked in, and the doctor said, because I've been treated for so long, and I've been on Klonopin for over a decade, he wanted to run a genetic test. I guess it's on your liver or something, although he just put some cotton swabs in my mouth. And this new test is supposed to tell them which medications will most likely work good with me and which ones not to try me on. So hopefully that works. It's new. Sorry about all the ums, but this is just me. On my Strengthen Your Faith type videos, I have a subject planned out and everything else. On these, it's just me talking to you. The people struggling with any type of anxiety, especially agoraphobia, because you can relate. So, of course, I didn't bring my wallet. I never needed it in the past. And they said with the DNA test, not DNA, genetic test, they needed my license, for insurance reasons, to make sure that, the right person's getting it, whatever. And I didn't have it with me. So I was like, well, I'll just drive it up tomorrow. I'm probably going to be too tired today because this has been so taxing. So today, I decided to drive up there. And it's right on the edge of my comfort zone. I guess I really wouldn't call it my comfort zone, but it's about as far as I can go. And I thought that, I would be fine because I had a good night's sleep, nice rest and everything. And I got about 95% of the way there, and I had to pull into a business's parking lot. And I originally pulled in to turn around because the anxiety from not even being halfway there just kept building and building. I tried something called grounding. Let's see if I can get this right. It's 5 steps in it. One of them is think of 5 things you can see, then 4 things you can smell, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can touch, and 1 thing with one of your other senses. I don't know. I knew at the time while I was doing it, or I did it in reverse order, and it did seem to help. It at least got me 95% of the way there. But then the anxiety just peaked, I felt it like my blood was replaced with adrenaline, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to turn around now or I'm going to end up in the back of an ambulance. So I turned around in the parking lot. I sat there for about 30 seconds to a minute, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go forward. If I hit the red lights, it's not even 5 minutes away. It wasn't rush hour or anything, so I didn't have to worry too much about, a whole bunch of traffic. And I made it. And I went in, and nobody was in line in front of me, which was really nice. I explained my situation to the person who it had to be dropped off to. They took my license, made the copy. Walking back to my car, it hit me. This drive home is going to go one of 2 ways. It's either going to be extremely terrifying because I know I'm at the farthest point out and I have to come all the way back, or it's going to be extremely gratifying because I stopped to turn around, but I continued forward, which is something I have done in the past, but it's very rare for me. And the ride home was very comfortable. I was pumped up. I was excited. I was happy I was able to do that. It was a big deal, I really want to see if this test might be able to break whatever cloud is surrounding my life and has been for the past decade and a half, maybe. So anyway, I hope this is some type of motivation. I have made the mistake of pushing myself farther in the past, and then I really had to turn around when my heart was in my throat, and it didn't turn out too well. But this time it did, and I know that not everyone that looks at my agoraphobia vlogs, or whatever you want to call this, diary type things, may not be Christians, but calling on God really helped me. I was saying prayers as I was driving, and I didn't feel alone in the car, and that was huge. Whatever works for you. You know, I mean, I know I have a Christian-based channel, but this is about the agoraphobia. And I'm not trying to preach God to you, you know, to convert you into a Christian or anything. I'm just saying, look, this is a tool that I have, and it worked for me. And this was such a big victory for me today, to be able to get to a point where I had to literally turn around in a commercial parking lot, you know, thinking that I was just going to go home and call them and ask if I could go to the library and fax it or something. And I forced myself. And I don't have the words for the feeling, you know, that gave me. I mean, now I just feel like I'm rambling. But if I can do it, I know you can do it. Because believe me, the agoraphobia has made me a coward. There's so many people I know out there, not personally, but online or friends of friends, who suffer from it, and they're traveling out of state, or, you know, they're able to go on vacations, and I can't even dream of that stuff right now. I live in a 5-mile bubble. And on the other end of the spectrum, I know there's people who can't leave their apartment, or they can't leave their house. So I know I'm situated somewhere in the middle, but we still lose out on so much. We lose out on events, marriages. My brother just got married. It broke my heart that I couldn't go. My daughter might be the next to get married, at least age-wise it seems that way. You know, that would be the next big wedding. And I don't want people to have to live their lives around my disability. So that's kind of rough. But I wanted this to be a positive video. Look, I had to do something. I fought my way there. And after doing it, the adrenaline rush that I had was a positive one. It wasn't one of fear. It wasn't the flight on the way home. It was, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. I never did that in the past, and I'm not freaking out on the way home. And, you know, everything was just something I felt I needed to share. Maybe if you're watching this today, you're having a bad day, and you just figure you're going to sit in front of the television and, you know, or in front of your tablet or whatever you are watching this on, and, you know, watch other people's stories. I'm there. I have so much stress in my life right now that I don't think a normal person can handle. And I'm doing it with all these other problems. So I'll keep you guys up to date. It'll be a while. It'll take a few weeks, you know, for the genetic testing to come in. But when it does, it'll also probably take a good month or two to see if the medication's working. I am having problems with my memory, and the doctor said that's due to the Klonopin I'm on. And if you look up Klonopin and how hard it is to get off of Klonopin, that's definitely a scary thing. But long term, you know, I guess Alzheimer's and things like that are some of the side effects that they're seeing. I guess about a decade ago, when they told me I was going to be on it for the rest of my life, the doctor told me, well, they just figured the best way to stop anxiety is for you not to have it. And obviously the Klonopin didn't even work that well, because I'm riddled with anxiety. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share a success story with you. I do have many stories of failure, but, you know, I have many stories of success, and we shouldn't dwell on our failures. When we fail, we should set that goal to make that failure a victory. Thank you so much for watching. If you're suffering from agoraphobia, it's a very, very lonely condition to have. If you found my video and you enjoyed it, or you just want to talk with a fellow agoraphobe, give my video a like, leave a comment. I'm a lonely guy. You know, I'll chat with you. You know, maybe we can give each other advice, help, you know, if you've overcome agoraphobia, or maybe if you're not as far along as I am right now. Maybe I can give you some advice. These videos don't have to be scripted because I just care, and I hope that that comes out in this video. Thank you so much for watching.